Hey Wellness Wednesday crew, Whitney here, just checking in. So I have to be honest, I had a completely different video planned for this week, but this conversation came up multiple times this week, and I can only imagine that it's probably pretty relevant to a lot of people. So I wanted to talk about it this week. Hopefully you all have been having a great week, enjoying some of the nice weather. I'm here outside at the park, mixing it up a little bit. So yeah, this week I wanted to talk to you guys about how something is better than nothing. And how did this come up in conversation, you know, with a few different people, was just about how you just need to start, right? Something really is better than nothing. And I think a lot of times we hesitate from starting something because we don't feel like we have all the pieces, because we don't feel like we have it perfect. We don't feel like we have it all like 100% totally figured out. And I'm totally guilty of that, because I feel like if I don't have everything figured out, then I might mess it up. I might not do it right, or I might not get the complete benefit of doing it. So why do it at all? Like, if I'm not gonna do it all, if I'm not gonna do everything, and if I'm not gonna do it perfectly, why do it? That conversation runs through my head a lot. And what I've found is that even just committing to like doing a little bit of something, not a lot, doesn't have to be the whole thing, just a little bit, something is going to be better than doing nothing. And examples of this might be exercise, right? A lot of times we're like, well, if I'm not gonna work out for at least an hour, what's the point? Well, the point is there's a lot of time between 1 minute and 1 hour that your body could benefit from. So start with just 15 minutes, start with 5 minutes, start with getting up, doing 10 jumping jacks, and sit back down again. Maybe you're at your desk. Maybe it's like, well, I kind of want to work out, but I don't really have time. You know, think of 5 things that you could do before you get in the shower every day. Maybe it's some lunges, maybe it's some squats, some push-ups, some crunches, some jumping jacks. Maybe it's just a stretching routine that you're doing. Now, let's talk about like nutrition. Okay, so you're out at your favorite pizza place. Instead of eating the whole pizza, maybe just have 4 slices, right? If your norm is the whole pizza, cut it back a little bit. Or if you're getting a cheeseburger, and it might seem counterintuitive, like, well, I'm getting a burger, Whitney, I might as well get the fries. No, do yourself a favor, get the side salad or skip the fries. And instead of doing like a cheeseburger and a beer, kind of weigh it out. Which one sounds better? Do I want a cheeseburger or do I want a beer? Have yourself make a choice, because if you decided that, well, I really want the beer, so maybe I'll try one of their salads or a grilled chicken or a different dish at a restaurant because you really wanted to enjoy that new beer that they had on tap, like, something is better than nothing. Exercising our mind is really, really, really important. Keeping us young and fresh and moving forward is super simple, but a lot of times we get bogged down because it's like, well, I don't have time to read a book. I don't have time to work on that crossword puzzle. I don't have time to do these things. Have you thought about maybe downloading a book, listening to it in your car? The majority of us commute on a regular basis. You know, I like to call it the automobile university. Listen to podcasts, listen to books. If that's the only place that you are exercising your mind, something is better than nothing. Or maybe it's 1 page. You commit to 1 page, reading 1 page of your book a day. 1. It could be a really big page with teeny tiny writing, or it could be like a children's book, or maybe it's one of those like an inspirational book where it's just a short, brief little quote, but you're forcing yourself to read something that is positively stimulating, right? Something is better than nothing. Now, another example of this could be in your relationships, right? Something is better than nothing, and your relationships contribute to your health, right? Making an effort to write a thank you note, or you put a little post-it note on the door that says, I love you, or have a great day. I always thought this was kind of silly when my mom did it, or she would take dry erase markers and write us little messages on the mirror before she left for work. And at the time, yes, I was young, naive, and just thought it was like, oh, mom's little way of being kind of cheesy and cute or whatever. Or she would put notes in our lunch boxes, or on field trips when we had to have like the brown paper bag because you had to throw it away, she would write my name so pretty on the front of the bag, or put a little message on the inside and tie it with a little bow. It's little stuff like that that you can be doing to nurture your relationships. Something is better than nothing. I gave the example of stopping at the gas station and getting one of those little like 99-cent roses and bringing it home. If you're gonna stop at the gas station anyway, like, pick one up. It's 99 cents, and you never know the impact that it could have on someone. I know if I got that, that would mean the world to me. But I love gifts. My love language is around gifts, and so giving them, receiving them, like, that's my jam. But if yours is like words of affirmation, you know, write a little note, unexpectedly say something to someone about how important they are to you. Something is better than nothing. Let's talk about financial health, okay? Someone my age, mid-20s, I think at 28 I get to say late 20s, which I'm not super excited about. But someone my age or a little bit younger probably has a lot of student loan debt if they went to college. And swallowing that pill every month or multiple times a month, depending on how many loans you have, can be kind of frightening. But understanding that something is better than nothing, right? If I'm putting $10 extra a month towards the principal of a loan, something is better than nothing. If you're saving up for something, don't think that if you're not saving anything over $100 at a time that it's worthless. It's not worthless. Something is better than nothing. You'll get there. You'll get to your goal, whatever that is. Or maybe it's tithing or gift giving or donating to local charities. Something is better than nothing, and sometimes that something is your time. It's not a monetary value, but it's worth something. So this was just kind of weighing heavy on my heart, you guys, about how we get so caught up in thinking that we have to have all the details. We have to have everything figured out before we start. And I'm here to tell you that that's just not the case. And yes, sometimes I need to look in the mirror and say that to myself, but it's not the case all the time. We just gotta get going. We just gotta get started. Even if you have a lofty, lofty goal, you know, I wanna save $10,000, or I wanna lose 100 pounds, whatever it is, you just have to get started. So, yeah, I'm glad I got that off my chest. Hopefully it was helpful, and let's just get started, okay? Let's get started doing something, because something is better than nothing. Let's make it an awesome week, you guys. We'll talk soon.